I recommend Sutera to not only growers and colleagues here in the Central Valley of California, but to other growers across the world. They offer top quality products to help you grow and sustain a healthy crop.
Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Ag Network, reporting to you here today with Cameron Zuber. I wanted to introduce him as one of the new farm advisors. He's an orchard crops advisor for Merced and Madera Counties. Wanted to introduce you to the industry and talk about what the crops you're going to be covering and just a little bit about you. Tell us about yourself.
Of course. Thank you, Matthew. So my name's Cameron Zuber, and I'm with UC Cooperative Extensions, and I'm based in Merced County, but I'll be covering Madera as well. And for Merced, I'll be covering fruit and nut trees, and for Madera, I'll be covering walnuts. As for my background, I've actually been working out of the office since 2016, primarily as a researcher, and I recently started as a farm advisor a few months ago. So right now, my background's more in horticulture and environmental sciences, and I've learned a little bit about almonds and starting to learn a bit about fruit and other tree nut crops. And I'm just trying to get myself out there and speak to growers and see what their needs would be for advisors program as it starts.
I think this is really exciting because the position you're covering formerly was David Dahl's, right? And it's been a little while since he's been with us here, so it's great to have the position filled. What are you looking forward to doing with growers and researching?
Well, actually, I worked for David up until he left, and then I started working for other advisors. So I'm really hoping and getting excited to learn about what the growers' concerns are as it pertains to production and the type of extension efforts and research that my type of program can take. So right now, I'm just listening and learning and trying to learn from people like you, as well as growers, to try and inform the types of things I can do to help people in my area. So that's what I'm really excited for.
Great. And right now, I guess you might be doing something with cover crops, or at least in the recent past, you've done some work in cover crops as well?
I've worked in cover crops, irrigation, fumigation, rootstocks, post-plant, and nematode controls. So what I worked on was really based on the type of research I was working with, which was kind of based on the advisors that I worked with. I've also done some things related to whole orchard recycling, groundwater recharge. So my breadth of knowledge is fairly broad as it pertains to almond production and a little bit of walnuts, but it's mostly based on the research that I was working on. So right now I have an opportunity to try and develop the types of research that I think might be important for the area, but that's going to be informed off of what growers and other people think are needed for these areas. So have some ideas, but still willing and wanting to learn and listen and hear what people kind of need.
Right, so we see that you'll be focusing on some nut crops. As far as the tree fruit, deciduous, what crops do you anticipate, getting to work with and seeing your regions?
Mm-hmm. Well, the fruit trees that are in my area are primarily peaches, prunes, pomegranates, and cherries, but it's not really about acreage, it's about need.
Right.
So I'm just starting to learn about some fruit growers and what their concerns are. So I don't really have a clear idea of what they may want from me in my position, so I'm willing to just be open and hear what they need. So.
Well, awesome, Cameron. We're grateful to have you with the UC Cooperative Extension and encourage growers, whether you're tree fruit or tree nut growers in the region, to get in touch with him, let him know your needs, and let him hit the ground running. We're grateful again for you taking the time today. Read more about these things in our publications, California Fresh Fruit and Pacific Nut Producer Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.